Hey Dodgers fans, let's dive into the latest updates as spring training approaches and see how this roster is shaping up for the season ahead. There's a lot of excitement surrounding some of the younger players, the emerging talents, and the battles that will define who earns those critical spots on the active roster. This period is always fascinating because it's the bridge between potential and performance, and it gives us a glimpse of how the team might operate in real time once the regular season kicks off. One of the first things to watch is how the outfield positions are going to be handled. The Blue Jays, like many teams, have some solid, everyday players who can handle consistent at-bats, but there are still opportunities for matchups to play a pivotal role in roster decisions. Dalton Varsho is likely to remain a fixture in center field, providing steady defense and reliable play. Meanwhile, right field will see Anthony Santier as a consistent presence, but left field remains more fluid, with Nathan Lucas, Asen Barger, and David Schneider all potential contributors, depending on the matchup and strategic decisions from the coaching staff. Miles Straw might also rotate through based on need, showcasing the versatility that can often make a difference over the long season. In the infield, things are equally intriguing. Third base could be a platoon situation early on, with Okamoto being a player to watch as he develops his game. Ernie Clement has shown he can handle significant playing time there, and Asen Barger offers a strong arm and defensive reliability. Shortstop appears to be set with Andre Maimnez, which then puts focus on second base, where Ernie Clement and David Schneider could split duties. The key here is adaptability. Players who can slide into multiple roles often become invaluable assets, especially in a league where injuries and strategic adjustments are constants throughout the year. Beyond the starting roles, the roster battles are what really capture attention during spring training. David Schneider, while talented, is not guaranteed a spot, making this a crucial period for him to prove his value. Joey Lupito is another name to watch. His minor league performances suggest he's ready for the majors, and this could be the year he finally secures a place on the roster. Players like Lupito often thrive when called upon because they have something to prove, and it's exciting to see how they handle the transition from prospect to consistent major league contributor. At the same time, it raises questions about sustainability. Can the sparks they show in smaller sample sizes translate to consistent performance over a full season? The bench composition will be fascinating as well. Miles Straw is expected to secure a defensive replacement role, capable of covering multiple positions and providing reliable fielding. Tyler Heineman is likely to fill the backup catcher spot, which is an essential role given the demands on primary catchers throughout the season. That leaves spots where Nathan Lucas and David Schneider could see a rotation based on performance and matchup considerations, which makes their spring training efforts even more critical. It's a delicate balance between giving opportunities to younger players and ensuring the team is prepared to compete from opening day onward. Spring training is always a blend of performance, potential, and preparation. It's not just about the stats that show up on the scoreboard, but about mechanics, approach, and adaptability. Players like RJ Schreck are drawing attention because of their ability to impact multiple positions and use the entire field, which makes them valuable for midseason adjustments. For others, like Eloy Jimenez, the expectations are more tempered. While he has experience with a major league team, his role may remain limited, especially given the congestion at the designated hitter spot. Spring training becomes a testing ground where talent, readiness, and opportunity intersect, allowing coaches to see who can rise to the challenge when the stakes are real. Another layer of intrigue comes from players who are on the bubble for pitching roles. The competition for spots in the starting rotation, particularly the fifth starter and long relief positions, is intense. Cody Pond and Jose Brios are expected to be strong contenders, but the final decisions will hinge on performance during spring training. Left-handed options like Eric Loar could also create an interesting dynamic for the rotation, providing flexibility that could be decisive later in the season. In baseball, teams must be prepared to adjust quickly to performance trends, injuries, and matchups, so the early season battles can set the tone for the entire year. In addition to individual performances, there's always the narrative of the younger players who are looking to make a name for themselves. Okamoto, Cody Pond, and other emerging talents are the ones fans will be watching closely. The thrill of spring training is not just about the established stars. It's about discovering who can rise through the ranks and handle the pressure of major league competition. Even veterans who are returning from less successful periods, like George Springer last season, could surprise fans and coaches alike, showing that early struggles in spring training do not necessarily predict regular season outcomes. The mix of potential, opportunity, and high-level competition creates a dynamic environment that is as exciting as it is unpredictable. Finally, the interplay between minor league performance and major league readiness is a story to follow throughout spring training. Players like Joey Lupito and RJ Schreck demonstrate the delicate balance of talent evaluation, where statistical output must be weighed against intangibles like confidence, situational awareness, and adaptability. The coaching staff's ability to manage these factors, provide opportunities, and make strategic adjustments will play a crucial role in defining the roster and ultimately the team's success. Fans watching from afar get a first look at who might emerge as key contributors, and every day of spring training can shift perceptions, create surprises, and lay the groundwork for a season full of compelling storylines. As spring training continues, the focus naturally shifts from position battles to the pitching staff, which often provides the most intrigue for fans and analysts alike. The depth and versatility of the bullpen can make or break a team over a long season, and the Blue Jays have some key decisions ahead. With spots still up for grabs, every inning thrown in spring training carries weight. Pitchers are fine-tuning mechanics, experimenting with grips, and working on consistency, and even small adjustments can dramatically influence performance once the season begins. The fifth starter role is particularly compelling because it blends talent evaluation with strategic foresight. Will Cody Pond continue to build on his breakout potential, or will Jose Brios assert himself as the reliable left-handed option? Eric Lauer lurks in the background as a potential dark horse, and his ability to perform under pressure could push him into consideration if the early results favor him. Bullpen battles are equally fascinating, as relievers often face the toughest scrutiny in spring training. The team must balance experience with emerging talent, all while preparing for the inevitable injuries that accompany a long season. Young arms looking to prove themselves must demonstrate both effectiveness and consistency. It's not just about velocity. Command, pitch sequencing, and mental toughness are all under the microscope. In many ways, spring training is like a microcosm of the entire season, a condensed environment where preparation meets opportunity. Pitchers who can handle this pressure and adapt quickly often see themselves elevated into meaningful roles once the games start to count. The coaching staff has a delicate task, balancing proven veterans with prospects who are eager to make their mark. Players like Miles Straw, who can cover multiple positions defensively, provide security and flexibility. Having these versatile contributors allows managers to experiment with matchups, giving hitters and pitchers more opportunities to succeed. On the offensive side, the younger players are using every at-bat to showcase their readiness. RJ Schreck, in particular, is a player to watch. His ability to make contact across the field and contribute both offensively and defensively could make him a key mid-season addition if his performance holds up under major league pressure. For fans, seeing these emerging talents seize their moments is one of the most exciting parts of spring training, and it often provides glimpses into how the team might evolve as the season unfolds. Bench depth is another layer of intrigue. Nathan Lucas, David Schneider, and Tyler Heineman are positioned to provide crucial support for the starters, but performance in early spring games could shake up expectations. These players must be ready to step in at a moment's notice, and the ability to adapt to multiple roles gives them an edge in the competition. Even a small streak of exceptional performance can make the difference between a player starting the season in AAA or joining the big league roster on opening day. For managers, these are the kinds of decisions that require a balance of statistics, observation, and instinct, and they often set the tone for how the team navigates the long grind of a Major League Baseball season. For young position players, spring training is a proving ground, but it's also a learning environment. Every at-bat and every defensive play provides data and insight, allowing coaches to identify strengths and areas for improvement. Players like Okamoto and Cody Pond are at a critical stage in their development, where even small adjustments can have major consequences over the course of a full season. The best performers are those who can translate what they learn in spring training into consistent, reliable production once the games start counting. This is particularly true for prospects who have yet to establish themselves as regular contributors. For them, spring training is about confidence, repetition, and showing that they can handle the pressure of high-level competition. Pitchers, too, are in a constant state of evaluation. Even established stars may use spring training to refine pitches, experiment with mechanics, and find solutions to problems that arose in the previous season. For example, a veteran may focus on controlling their release point or working on a secondary pitch, while a younger pitcher might concentrate on improving command or adding velocity. The insights gained during these early weeks often shape the entire season, providing both players and coaches with a roadmap for managing workload and maximizing effectiveness. Every throw, every inning becomes a small piece of a much larger puzzle that ultimately determines team success. As the roster begins to take shape, the excitement grows around who will emerge as surprise contributors. Players who might have flown under the radar in previous seasons have a chance to shine, and spring training is the perfect environment for them to showcase their abilities. Whether it's a young hitter finding their timing, a pitcher developing a new pitch, or a utility player stepping into a starting role, these moments define not only spring training, but also the narrative of the season to come. For the coaching staff, it's about identifying potential, managing expectations, and making calculated decisions that will impact the team for months to come. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Whispers are growing louder around the Dodgers front office, and they are not exactly comforting for the man currently sitting in the dugout. Sources close to the organization suggest that manager Roberts may be feeling the heat, with internal movements hinting at a possible change in command. Nothing has been made official, but the atmosphere points to a club that is no longer fully at ease with its current leadership situation. According to insiders, the Dodgers have quietly begun sounding out a coach with a championship resume, a figure whose name alone carries weight in the league. The move is being described not as an immediate dismissal plan, but as a strategic probe, the kind that creates an undeniable shadow over the current manager. In baseball circles, such gestures are rarely innocent. When a powerhouse franchise starts exploring alternatives, it often reflects deeper concerns about direction, control of the clubhouse, and the ability to deliver under relentless expectations. Roberts, respected by players and known for his calm demeanor, is said to be increasingly aware of the rumors swirling around him. Executives reportedly admire his communication skills, but are questioning whether his message is still resonating at the highest level. The Dodgers' ambition leaves little room for prolonged doubt, and patience in Los Angeles has historically been short when silverware is the benchmark. The potential arrival of a champion coach would not merely be a replacement option. It would be a statement. Such a figure would bring instant credibility and send a clear signal that the organization is prepared to reset if necessary. Even without a formal offer, the mere act of making contact could destabilize the status quo, forcing the current manager to operate under intense scrutiny. For now, everything remains in the realm of speculation. Publicly, the Dodgers project unity and confidence, but behind closed doors the chess pieces appear to be moving. Whether this is a calculated pressure tactic or the early stage of a major transition, one thing is clear. Roberts is no longer working without a shadow, and the rumor mill suggests that the Dodgers are preparing for every possible scenario. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.